Norway is building a road where no road should exist.
Not over the fjord, but far beneath its silent floor.
This is Rogfast, Norway's fixed link through the deep.
It is planned to become Earth's longest, deepest subsea road tunnel.
Norway's beauty is also its greatest transportation obstacle.
For decades, the road has stopped at the water. Every delay matters when seafood, freight, and workers depend on time.
Rogfast is one piece of a much larger coastal highway dream.
The largest price tags belong to the wider highway vision.
The tunnel is designed as two separate road tubes through rock.
Future drivers will descend deeper than many skyscrapers are tall. Above the tunnel, seawater and stone press down constantly.
Before blasting begins, engineers must understand the mountain itself.
A small cylinder of rock can reveal a massive underground risk.
At the surface, the impossible begins like any construction site. Inside the mountain, progress is measured in meters.
Every blast starts as a pattern of carefully placed holes. The goal is not destruction, but controlled transformation.
After each blast, thousands of fragments must leave the mountain.
The tunnel must hold the mountain before traffic ever arrives.
Drill, blast, clear, reinforce, then begin again.
The tunnel grows from several fronts at once. A branch tunnel will connect tiny Kvitsøy to the deep road.
Here, an ordinary roundabout becomes an extraordinary engineering landmark.
The junction must guide vehicles safely in a place few will ever see. Two tubes create options when something goes wrong.
Behind simple doors, escape routes connect one tunnel to the other.
In a long tunnel, smoke can be more dangerous than flame. Ventilation turns a rock passage into a survivable road. Some of Rogfast's most important structures are almost invisible.
Deep below the fjord, water is always part of the equation.
Pumps must protect the road every hour of its life. A tunnel this long must constantly report its own condition.
Drivers must never feel alone beneath the sea.
In darkness, light becomes both comfort and navigation.
One day, this extreme place may feel completely ordinary. The road must descend gently enough for daily traffic.
At its deepest, the road lies nearly 400 meters below sea level.
The same rock that resists construction also protects the tunnel.
Steel and concrete turn fractured stone into controlled structure. The finished walls must manage moisture for decades.
Only after the mountain is secured can the road appear. Asphalt changes the tunnel from excavation into infrastructure.
Inside a long tunnel, confusion must be designed out.
Even after opening, Rogfast will never truly sleep.
The hidden work continues long after construction ends.
Behind the walls, cables form the tunnel's nervous system.
Extreme infrastructure depends on backups most drivers never notice.
Safety is rehearsed before the public ever enters.
Engineers must know where smoke will move before it matters. A safe route is only useful if people can find it.
Ambition underground always meets geology, markets, and money.
Rogfast was paused because difficult projects demand difficult questions. After review and revision, the tunnel moved forward again. A megaproject is thousands of decisions made by many hands.
Underground, daylight is replaced by schedules and discipline. These machines turn design lines into carved reality.
Modern tunneling is guided by data as much as steel. Separate tunnel fronts must meet with astonishing precision.
When two fronts meet, years of calculation become visible. Only then does the tunnel's true length become imaginable.
Excavation creates space. Finishing creates a road.
The tunnel's intelligence is installed piece by piece. When the lights switch on, the mountain becomes a highway. Before opening, every system must prove itself.
Rescue planning is built into the road itself.
The tunnel is still a promise, waiting for daylight.
One day, ordinary traffic will enter an extraordinary machine. The greatest engineering may feel almost uneventful to its users. Deep below the sea, drivers will choose their direction. Above, ships cross the fjord. Below, cars pass unseen.
A journey once shaped by ferries becomes continuous road. For many journeys, the reward is time returned. Infrastructure can change the distance between communities. For coastal industries, reliability can be as valuable as speed.
When weather closes the surface, the road below can remain steady.
But depth also creates responsibility that never disappears.
Routine inspection is how extreme places stay ordinary.
Rogfast must be built not for years, but for generations.
Some of the largest infrastructure is designed to vanish from view.
Every fixed link carries benefits, costs, and difficult trade-offs.
Megaprojects are also public choices about the future. The impossible is usually solved by patient, ordinary precision.
A 27-kilometer tunnel is built one advance at a time. Behind every meter are people working inside the mountain. The mountain does not move quickly, so crews return again and again.
Above ground, communities wait for the road below. The future route turns a fjord crossing into a continuous line. After the deepest point, the road begins its long climb back.
Then, suddenly, the sea is behind you.
The smoothest journey hides the hardest engineering. Even finished, the tunnel remains inside a living landscape.
Great engineering does not defeat nature, it listens carefully.
Norway has long answered mountains and fjords with tunnels.
Rogfast may become the boldest chapter in that story. For now, the tunnel is still being carved from darkness. A project this deep cannot be rushed into existence.
One day, the road beneath Boknafjorden may feel inevitable.
Impossible often means no one has finished solving it yet. Beneath the sea, Norway is turning distance into connection.